Dolly's down there looking, checking on Grandma. Doing the grandma thing. Grandma went down there to make sure he was headed.
And all the others are standing at the barn hollering at him.
Yeah, they stand over at the barn.
He just stopped.
Yeah, he stopped down there. He got to Grandma. He felt safe. Well, guys, we're back over here at the cabin, at the shed for the cabin. We have completed putting down the Trek flooring system. I think it's going to go out real well. It's weather resistant. We let the porch be as wide as the cabin is wide, because this is going to serve as our generator building. We're going to be putting our generator out here, as we mentioned, and we're going to be plugging it into the side of the building here. We're also going to put another box over here to run the building off of. The generator has 3 different outlets for it. It has a 50 amp one, and it has a 30 amp one, and a 20 amp one on it, because it's a 13 kW generator, gas or propane. So we're going to be hooking the 50 amp to run the cabin, which is more than what we'll ever use in that cabin, because it's basically off grid. We have no appliances, we have nothing in there. And we're going to be running the 30 amp on this building right here in case I want to do some type of work in it. We're going to have plug-ins and light switches and all around it. We'll have some receptacles on the outside of the porch here probably for doing projects over here around the cabin. And we're fixing to get the roof ready. I finally got it figured out. We thought we'd made a bad mistake by ordering the 4-foot wide door, because we wanted the door wide enough if we wanted to put the generator inside during bad weather. We could without any problems. And once we got it to the door, we realized, oh my, when we opened the door, it's going to hit the roof. But I was able to figure out the right pitch to where the door just barely clears underneath the rafters on it. Now, it's not much of a pitch on it. It's only like a 212, but that's fine on the porch, because even if water was to get back in it, it's not going to hurt anything, because that's the forever siding on it, what they call smartboard siding. It was going to sit out in the rain anyway, so it's not going to be an issue if water happens to get back in there. It's all treated wood up there, so we don't have to worry about that, which I don't think the water will ever go back behind it. But just in case, we tried to take all the precautions that we could. And guys, we're actively moving along. We have a stoop to go right here. We purchased one the other day. It's actually off over here in the edge of the woods, sitting over here. I've got to do some groundwork here, and we're going to get the stoop here where we can put a small handrail right here beside it. It's a 4-foot wide one, about 2-foot wide one, cement. Make it a lot easier to get up into the cabin with, and into the shed with. We just got a lot of projects going on right now. Yes, I'm exhausted. Y'all probably see that on the live streams, because I'm working 12 to 16 hours every day trying to beat the collapse that's going to happen in this country. When this new deal goes through, if they get this bill passed, which I'm praying that they don't, but in some ways I believe they're going to do it anyway. We want to at least have everything purchased that we need to purchase here that's massive and major on our homestead, so that we're not actually spending any money during that time to purchase big projects with, and having the IRS in our back pockets. Now, yes, they probably know we already have a lot of stuff, but at least we're not making big purchases after we have all these projects done here on our homestead. So guys, just wanted to carry y'all along and let you know a little bit about what we're doing and why we're doing it. Guys, it's late afternoon here. Yes, we're still picking peppers. I mean, these things are literally loaded. Right here, there's probably 10 or 15 peppers right here. It's just one limb. I told you before, these 4 pots right here has provided Wanda and I with all the peppers that we've needed this summer to fill the freezers full for another year. And they're getting in kind of bad shape because it's been down at around 41, 42 degrees, and we got some 30s coming. So we're going to probably in the morning take all the rest of a lot of the bigger peppers anyway off of it. And once again, go ahead and put some more up. And then we're not going to worry too much about them. Guys, this here is some of our potatoes that are in tubs. These are the Purple Majesties. These are, I believe these are an indeterminate. I will know when I dig them. They're still hanging in there, but if we get a freeze, I'll come out and, I'll take them out. Or either cut them off and cover them up. I'll do something. Because we're trying some regular potatoes in containers to see how they do. Because Wanda and I have so many potatoes put up now, we really don't need to be growing them, a lot of them in the field anymore. We're going to see if we can't just do some in containers and in the high tunnel to kind of keep us going along with potatoes. And then down here we have a sweet potato in a tub that we've had. And I don't usually grow sweet potatoes in containers. I have in the past, but I was looking in here. They're doing pretty good. I've noticed I've got one in here somewhere. Right there, I feel my finger on it down in there. It's a nice big old potato in there. So I guess we'll figure out how they'll do here in a little while because it's got to get too cold for it to even do anything. This is our first planting of Siberian dwarf kale, and it has done fantastic. I mean, it came right up. We had a light rain on it when we first put it out. It has done really good. The cool weather's been really good on it. And I made a second planting back here behind it, right through here. And we got that 3-inch rain in an hour and a half. And guys, it just devastated it. They're just sporadically coming up in here. They're not coming up that well. But I suspect, as scattered around as they are, they'll probably do pretty good once they get going. And yes, we have occasional potato plants coming up in here. That's potatoes that we missed when we dug the potatoes, and they are in here everywhere popping up. We're going to leave them because we'll harvest some potatoes off of them also. Guys, we're back out here at our Red Ripper peas. They have taken over the whole part of the garden out here. Probably a quarter of an acre of them that's been taken over. And so far, they're turning purple. Some of them might actually, man, you don't know how hard it is to leave these peas out here. These will be ready to shell here in the next day or two. And I mean, they're in here everywhere. These are, I mean, you don't realize how long those peas are till I put my hand up there. They go way up on my wrist up here. And they're all in here like that everywhere. It's dark, I know you can't hardly see them too well, but they're popping up in here everywhere. And we're just hoping that the deer stay out of them. We've had a couple of nibblings along the edge of the deer that haven't really done any damage. But guys, around the 16th and the 17th of November, we've got a massive cold front coming through here. It may freeze. It is the 5th of November today. So we've got between now, we've got 10 to 12 more days to see what these are going to do. And I'm going to be honest with you, if it goes and looks like it's going to drop down and freeze and destroy these, I'm going to come through here and clean every one of them off the vines, and I'm going to shell them out and put them in a deep freeze. But we were kind of hoping that we'd be able to have them last long enough. If we can make it past this cold spell that's coming, I don't think we're going to get another freeze till around Thanksgiving. So it might, if we can get past this one freeze and it don't hurt them, we might make it and get some dry beans off of it, or at least get some of them up to the point where we can dry them. Guys, thank you for watching, and thank you from Deep South Homestead.